Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It is a Thursday afternoon as I'm doing these readings, and it is the Diana Awards later this evening in London. And of course there is talk of the split between Prince Harry and Prince William, because Prince William will be there on his own, and then once he's left the building, Harry will phone in from Montecito. And so the theme today is about the split in the royal family, and particularly the split between the brothers. We're going to look at that Diana Awards thing next, but right now I'm going to be looking at a poll in the Evening Standard, which is obviously a British newspaper, and they've done a poll on who's to blame for the split in the royal family, for all the trouble in the royal family, basically. And it turns out that the British public squarely blame Harry and also Meghan. The figures are 41% of people blame Harry for the split, 41% of people also, same number, blame Meghan for the split, 17% blame the King, 14% blame Prince William, and 9% blame Catherine, the Princess of Wales. So Harry and Meghan streaks ahead of everyone else when it comes to who's to blame for all the trouble in the British royal family. So that's why I have the Disney Villains Tarot on the tarot table today. Bit of light relief with this reading. I think we need it. I'm going to look at this situation from the perspective of the British public, with Harry, how they feel about him. Obviously, they don't hold him in great esteem right now. Does he care about how they feel about him? There is the Ten of Swords. I think that tells you how they feel about him. This poll certainly speaks for the public quite powerfully. I want to know how they feel about his behavior towards his father and towards his brother. I also want to know how they feel about his marriage, what impact it's had on him. Has it changed him at all, and how long they think it's going to last? And would they welcome him back? Would they forgive and forget and say, well, he's just a young prince sowing his wild oats, so to speak, and forgive and forget? Or is it done? Is it over? So that's what we're doing today, just as I say, for some light relief, to get a bit of different energy in to onto the tarot table today. It's all been quite heavy and quite miserable, and I think it's time for something a little bit different. Our theme today is the split in the royal family. We're going to be looking at the Diana Awards, which are of course happening later this evening. We're going to be looking at that in the next reading. Let's remind you, of course, that it is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It's just my opinion. It's just speculation. I just read energy here. And disclaimer in the box below. So I will talk you through the cards as we go through them. Let's see how the great British public feels about things right now. They've come out very decisively in favour of the Princess of Wales when it comes to the photo gate. So that's a good thing, and the press seems to have taken note of that fact. But now Harry and there she is. The Queen of Wands has come out as the underlying energy of this reading, and in fact the signifier really for Prince Harry. That's what I really want the underlying energy to represent in this reading. So there she is, the Queen of Wands. That is of course fire sign woman Meghan Markle. Interesting how it's depicted in this novelty tarot deck, a bit of a dark tarot deck as well. Disney Villains, just for fun of course. And Queen of Wands in reverse is, of course, the wife's energy, but in her shadow aspect. So very dramatic, very toxic, very difficult, bad-tempered, angry, in a very dramatic way, vicious in a dramatic way. So trouble, in other words, trouble because of the Queen of Wands. That's how the public perceives him. And of course, 41% blame for Harry, 41% blame for Meghan in this poll. They are neck and neck. They are tied together quite literally. They are tied when it comes to the blame game as far as this pole is concerned. Situation, what do we have today? We have the Hanged Man. That is, we have someone who is, you could say, the villain, because the Hanged Man in that depiction, the Disney villains, is definitely the villain in the Jungle Book. Rather a sinister card. I don't like looking at it. It is a bit mesmerizing. But the Hanged Man is, of course, somebody who is being punished, somebody who is being scapegoated, who might feel that they are the victim in a situation as well with the Hanged Man, because it follows the Justice card. It has that sense of, in the Major Arcana in Tarot, you've gone through the justice system and now you are being punished. That is what the Hanged Man really is all about. And while you are being punished, you have to think about the things that you have done wrong. You're kind of put on the naughty step, and you've been bad. Now you have to think for an hour, whatever it is, on the naughty step of whatever, 5 minutes more like, I think. And then, repent. So that's interesting that those two energies have shown up around this reading. Let's look at how the great British public feel about Prince Harry and his role in this great upset in the royal family right now. What do they think of him? King of Coins in reverse. There he literally is. So they have shown up in their true characters as far as tarot is concerned, because he is the King of Pentacles, King of Coins, the Earth sign king. I'm using that in inverted commas. Hopefully you can hear that by my tone of voice. But he is in reverse. He's in his shadow aspect as well. And the King of Coins upright is very reliable, a good business brain, does sensible deals, a good provider, somebody very solid, and he's in reverse. So he's viewed as erratic, unreliable, bad business brain, bad business deals. And of course we have the carnage in Hollywood as evidence with Netflix, Spotify. A rumor has it, and the energy seems to back this up, that he is no longer chimpo either. So all going south as far as his business deals go. Penguin Random House also rather less than impressed by all accounts, according to rumor, let's say allegedly. So there he is. He's shown up as the King of Coins in reverse. So exactly, the public have a very low opinion of him in terms of how reliable he is, how smart he is when it comes to making deals and earning money, and how competent he is, basically. The King of Coins is very competent when he's upright, incompetent when he's in reverse. And so, of course, that's just the energy of this reading. How does Harry feel about their opinion of him? Does he care? Does he even consider it? Is it something that, the Emperor in reverse, he does care. He really, really does care, because the Emperor is, of course, the King of Kings, trumps all the other kings. He's the boss, the big cheese in the tarot, the Emperor. He's the one that has all the power, all the authority, lays down the law, tells everyone else what to do, and it's in reverse. Nobody's listening to him. Nobody's respecting his authority. He's the one, of course, who wanted to be king, and he's the one who believes he should be king, and nobody is taking a blind bit of notice of this, and it riles him. It really does, because the Emperor is about, when it's in the reverse, it's about ego that's distorted and toxic. And so this is somebody who's very egotistical, very arrogant, very entitled, believes that he should rule in a kind of despotic way. Never mind constitutional whatsities. I've gone blank. Monarchies, that's the word. But the Emperor has other ideas altogether, especially when it's in reverse. He is furious about this. Furious. So let's have a look back with the British public. How do they view his relationship with his father and his brother, his impact on them? from this toxic point of view. This is Father first, and Father, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. He's caused a whole bunch of trouble for the king. And the Six of Swords is the overseas card. Normally, a little boat leaving stormy waters and going to safe haven. It's in reverse. So he hasn't gone overseas. He kind of has gone overseas, but he hasn't really, because his troubles have stayed with the king in Britain. So the king hasn't been able to get rid of him as a problem. In the good old days, you could just banish whatever troublesome prince or son, or if you were an aristocrat, you could, or daughter even, you could send them far, far away, so you would never have to see them again, and they couldn't bring shame on the family close to home. They wouldn't be falling out of their club drunk or doing whatever things that might have been embarrassing, much more embarrassing behavior than that. So can't get rid of him, would love to get rid of him, would love that trouble to go far, far away overseas, but it hasn't. So the people see this. They see that Harry is trouble that keeps returning to Britain and keeps disrupting things and keeps making life difficult for the king. So they see it for what it is. How about Prince William? Harry's impact on Prince William. What do they think about that? Wow, we've got the Temperance card in reverse. That's the dog bowl thing that he ripped his necklace and pushed him and knocked him into the dog bowl, and Meghan cooed over the bruises and, oh, what happened to you? All of that. And no, I'm not encouraging violence at all. I'm being snarky. Temperance card is about harmony and patience and all good things. The angel card, when it's upright. He's disrupted William's life, Prince William's life, in the sense of he's caused conflict in his life. He's brought disharmony into his world, very much so, into his world every which way. His marriage, his family life, his working life as a working royal, his relationship with Harry and Meghan and the press and everyone else. He's brought disharmony on every front. It's major arcana, it's a big card. His impact on Prince William is much more than his impact on the king. I think the king can, for some of the time, out of sight, out of mind, he can go there. But Prince William can't, because this festers. The Temperance card in reverse is temper. And he's made Prince William very angry. He does have a bit of a trigger temper, apparently. It's a Spencer family trait. I think the Windsors also have it. So it's double DNA there for Prince William. And he triggers Prince William. He makes him out of reason angry. He brings out, because it's the angel card upright, he brings out the devil in Prince William. And I don't mean devilish in that evil sense, but just your bad habits, your toxic stuff in your personality. We all have them. We're all triggered by someone or something somewhere along the line. We're all human. We're all here to learn lessons and try and improve. And he really has made Prince William's life very difficult. I think he's made Prince William question his own self-control as well. And people see that, because we're looking at this from the British public's point of view. They see this. They see that he's made Prince William very angry, that he's disrupted Prince William's life. So let's move on to the marriage next. So what does the British public think of Harry's marriage in the sense of its impact on him? How it has changed him, whatever they think about it. It's the Eight of I was hoping for light relief, and I have got it in this reading. It is a trap, the Ace of Swords. And it's a mental trap, as I always say. Swords are mind games, swords are thoughts. This is a self-constructed trap. It's a trap coming from fear and suspicion and doubt and whispering in his ear, dropping poison in his ear. There is the apple that was literally poisoned. Isn't that interesting? Well done, little tacky tarot deck, novelty tarot deck. It's amazing how tarot speaks through whatever vehicle it has on the tarot table. So Eight of Swords, a trap. definitely, and it's made him suspicious and fearful and blinded him to the way that he could actually just get out of these situations he's found himself in. He has to just apologize. He has to view this energy of the Queen of Wands differently. He just has to change his perspective, really. Hanged Man, which is all about changing your perspective while you're hanging upside down. How long do they think this marriage is going to last? Is this forever as far as the British public is concerned, or is this something? It's been 6 years now, almost. Surprised everyone, I think. What do they think? They think Four of Coins, and that's also a funny answer because it is the card of stability, but it's stability based around money. You can see it's the treasure chest there, or the jewelry box, or whatever it is. While there is still something in that box, the marriage will last. And I find that a very amusing answer from an energy point of view. Very amusing. So it is stable while there's money around. And yeah, plenty of marriages are like that. Truth be told. And it's when that treasure chest or that jewelry box is empty that, according to the energy that I'm reading here, people think it will all fall apart. That is energy of the Four of Coins. For me, as a tarot reader, would the British public welcome Prince Harry back? Forgive, forget, don't worry, we understand. It was all the Queen of Wands' fault, and you ended in an Eight of Swords, and no, it's not your fault. Or is it, no, stay far, far away? What's the outcome? And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Stay far, far away. Don't want you back. You've really broken our hearts, if I'm reading the energy of the card here. The Eight of Cups is upright, is leaving a situation that's terribly painful, troubling, heartbreaking, walking away from it, realizing that for your own sake, you just have to move on. Put it behind you and on you go. We've got two of those energies because we have the Six of Swords, which is more fighting and conflict and then getting away from it. This is pain in the heart. It's emotions that are hurt here. Feelings that are hurt, sorry, that's a better word. But the card is in the reverse, just like the Six of Swords is in reverse. So people are not going to forgive him. They're not going to say, never mind, we'll put it behind us and we'll move on. No, it's going to stay. This pain, this betrayal, this heartache that they feel not only for themselves but also on behalf of the royal family, because this is what this poll was really about. They feel it and they're not going to forget it. So good luck with that, Prince Harry, Emperor in reverse. Because you've lost the people who were your greatest supporters. As this poll tells, his popularity is now a quarter of what it was. Can't remember if I told you that at the beginning of the reading, but his popularity is now down to a quarter of what it was 6 years ago in 2018 when he married the Queen of Wands. Interesting. There it is. That's it. Thanks for watching. On to the next one.